Ever wondered if the hands of time could twist in ways we can't comprehend? Picture this. Real-life accounts of time travel that have left scientists scratching their heads. And no, we're not talking about movie plots. Ready for a journey through time's greatest mysteries? Let's unravel the inexplicable. Number 1. Time-traveling journalist. Hey, cosmic travelers. Buckle up because we're about to surf a wild wrinkle in time. Imagine, 1932, journalist J. Bernard Hutton and photographer Joachim Brandt are off to the Hamburg shipyard on a simple assignment for a German newspaper. Should be just another day on the job, right? But here's where reality goes haywire. Out of nowhere, boom! The skies rain fury with explosive bombs, plunging the shipyard into utter chaos. As the dust settles, they snap pictures of the wreckage, thinking it'll validate their unexpected adventure. Yet, when they dash back to Hamburg with their bombshell, pun intended, tail, they're met with skeptical eyes and furrowed brows. The reason? No records, news, nada about any bombing. Determined to save face, they eagerly develop their photos, only to find, zilch. No sign of the devastation they vividly remembered. Fast forward, 11 years. Hutton, now cozied up in London, nearly chokes on his morning tea. A newspaper headline speaks of a recent air raid on the Hamburg shipyard, eerily mirroring that confusing day from his past. This raid, part of the Allied attack dubbed Operation Gomorrah, showcased photos strikingly similar to what he and Brandt captured that bewildering day. So, cosmic thinkers, did these two inadvertently stumble upon a tear in the fabric of time? Witnessing a tragic future event, only to return and be labeled mad? Dive into the comments with your thoughts. Did they time hop or was it just a mind-boggling coincidence? Number 2. Time-traveling professors. Hey everyone, ever wished you could hop into a time machine and meet a historical figure in person? If so, I've got a wild tale for you. Picture this. The year is 1901. Charlotte Ann Moberly and Eleanor Jourdain, two esteemed professors from St. Hugh's College, Oxford, decide to take a jaunt across the Channel to the opulent Palace of Versailles in France. All seems quite picturesque until they venture to a smaller chateau on the grounds, the Petit Trianon. But then, bam! In an instant, the tranquil gardens transform into a scene straight out of the 1780s. People in period attire flit about, and the cherry on top? None other than Marie Antoinette, the last Queen of France, who, mind you, met a rather sharp end in 1793, lounging right there in the gardens. But before they could ask her about her favorite cake recipe, the scene dissolves into thin air as a modern-day tour guide approaches. Shaken by this surreal experience, the professors put pen to paper. Under the aliases Elizabeth Morrison and Frances Lamont, they published their story in a 1911 book aptly titled, An Adventure. Given their academic reputations and the detail in their account, their story stands out as a tantalizing piece of evidence for time slips or accidental time travel. Crazy, right? So, fellow time travel enthusiasts, what's the verdict? Did Moberly and Jourdain take an accidental detour through a time portal? Or was it a collective daydream? Perhaps they had a smidge too much French wine? Dive into this historical mystery with us and share your time-twisting theories below. And if you could accidentally stumble upon any era, which would it be? Number 3. Time Traveler and Lie Detector. Alright, sci-fi enthusiasts, brace yourselves for a wild ride. Picture this. February 2018. A man sits nervously, wires attached, about to undergo a lie detector test. But this isn't some ordinary Joe. This is Noah, a self-proclaimed time traveler from, wait for it, the year 2030. Now, before you roll your eyes, he's got some intriguing, future, tea to spill. First off, Noah bets his boots on Trump serving a second presidential term come 2028. Then, in a juicy twist, he claims that humans will take their first Martian vacay, and time travel will be the next big thing after avocado toast. But hey, if you're thinking of ditching your cash for Bitcoin, Noah says, hold on. Because while Bitcoin is all the rage, paper money isn't going extinct anytime soon. But here's where it gets even wilder. On his wrist, an embedded piece of future tech that's his time travel ticket. X-rays did show something unusual there, but he's not keen on an unboxing. And as if all that wasn't enough to drop your jaws, post-lie detector drama, our guy goes Mia during a live stream. Then bam! An email pops up. No's brief message? He got yanked back to 2030 for a quick chat, but is now back for our 21st century antics. So, question for all you thinkers, what's your take? Is Noah the real deal, or just a great storyteller? And if you could time travel, when would you go? Hit up the comments and let's journey through time together. Number 4. World Cup Mystery. Hey all you football fanatics and time twisters, ever thought the two worlds could collide? Hold onto your jerseys, cuz I've got a head scratcher for you. Picture this. Brazil's crowning moment post their smashing win against Czechoslovakia in the 1962 FIFA World Cup. The star of the show? Garrincha, with the trophy in hand, basking in the glory of being voted the player of the tournament. But wait, something's off in the picture. Peep right below our soccer superstar. Is that a dude with a mobile phone trying to snap a pic of Garrincha in all his glory? Now, unless Brazil had some top secret tech we didn't know about, which, given their football magic, who knows? That's one seriously out of place gadget. Could this be our very own Marty McFly moment? Did someone slide down the time tunnel, all geared up with a smartphone, just to get that epic shot for their Insta story? Or maybe there's a future version of TikTok with a historical events challenge? So, Cosmic Kickers, what's your take? Time traveler catching the golden age of football, or just a wacky twist in a vintage pic? And if you could time hop to any sporting event in history, where'd you go? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And keep your eyes peeled. Who knows what other timey-wimey moments are hiding in old snaps? Number 5. World War II time traveler. Ever thought the whole history book thing might have a few plot holes? Well, 2016 saw the discovery of a curious photo that might have you scratching your heads. Picture this, the heart of Reykjavik, 1943, right amidst the World War II chaos. The scene? American GIs chillin' by a taxi station. But, brace yourself, there's a twist. There's a dude in the corner, leaning by a window, seemingly engrossed in, get this, a mobile phone conversation. I mean, could this guy have just gotten off a call with Siri's great-grandmother? Our tech-savvy friend from the 40s was first introduced to the world by Christian Hoffman on Facebook. And let's just say, the internet went a bit wild. Some hailed it as undeniable proof of Marty McFly-esque time shenanigans, while others theorized mobiles were Iceland's best-kept secret since, well, the 1940s. Crazy, right? But hold on to your paradoxes, 'cause this isn't an isolated case. Rewind to 1928, we've got footage of a lady, fresh out of a DuPont factory, seemingly engrossed in her own mobile conversation. But wait, there's more. Another 1928 gem features a cameo from a lady in a Charlie Chaplin film, who, guess what, looks like she's spilling tea on her very own cellular device. So, stellar sleuths, what's the verdict? Are these folks from the past really time-traveling trendsetters, or are we looking at some wild coincidences? And, sneak peek for next time, could there be more technological anachronisms lurking in our history? Dive into the comments and share your thoughts. Remember, the future, or past, is in your hands. Number 6. Photo from the year 2118. Hey, fellow time enthusiasts. Ever wondered if time travel could be real? Well, brace yourselves. In February 2018, Alexander Smith surfaced with a story that would leave sci-fi aficionados dropping their popcorn. Smith claims he took a little weekend getaway, not to a tropical island, but to the year 2118. And guess what? He says he was on a CIA mission back in 1981 when he got this incredible opportunity. You'd think with such futuristic tech, they'd also have some futuristic witness protection because Smith mentions he's on the run from a mysterious group. A tad dramatic, don't you think? But the plot thickens. In his Tales of the 22nd Century, Smith spills that the biggest open secret is, wait for it, extraterrestrials. That's right, our little blue planet has been a hot tourist spot for aliens. And apparently, the men in black have been keeping things hush-hush. And here's the zinger. Smith casually mentions spotting a statue dedicated to one Jamie Oliverback. Who's that? You ax. Oh, just a future US president with a storyline that rivals any Hollywood blockbuster. There's drama, there's intrigue, there's assassination. Hold onto your tin-foil hats, folks, because Smith had one more surprise. He whipped out a photo, slightly blurred and trippy, which he claims is from 2118. The whole, blurry due to time travel, explanation feels a bit like the dog ate my homework. But hey, who am I to judge? So, question time. Do you buy into Smith's futuristic journey? Or is it just a fantastic tale worthy of a late-night binge watch? And if you could travel to any era, where would you land? Remember, pack light and no spoilers. Number 7. Stock market wizard. Time to whip out those tinfoil hats. Folks, picture this. The year is 2003, and the stock market is buzzing with whispers of a certain Andrew Carlson. Now, Andrew wasn't just any trader. This guy had the Midas touch. With just $800 in his pocket, he made a series of trades that, against all odds, transformed his modest seed money into a staggering $350 million. And let's be clear, these weren't safe, calculated bets. They were wild, high-risk gambles. It's like betting on a squirrel to win the Kentucky Derby and watching it sprint past thoroughbreds. The Security and Exchange Commission's spidey senses were tingling. They thought, insider trading? Nope. Andrew's bombshell of an explanation? I'm from the future. Yep, you heard right. Our man Carlson claimed to be a time-jumping visitor from the year 2256. His initial plan? Make discreet trades, fly under the radar, and have a good old time in the early 21st century. But alas, like many a Vegas gambler, he got carried away. Now, when the FBI turned up the heat, Andrew didn't sweat. Instead, he dropped some major future knowledge bombs. From bin Laden's whereabouts to an AIDS cure, he seemingly had all the answers. And for the pièce de résistance, he presented a photo from the 1940s with him chilling next to the time-traveling hipster at the reopening of Canada's South Fork Bridge. Mind blown, right? Determined to jet back to 2256, Carlson made an impassioned plea, but he wouldn't spill the beans on where he parked his time machine. Who knows what havoc 2003 folks might wreak with 23rd century tech? But here's where the plot really thickens. After a mystery man posted his whopping $1 million bail, Carlson vanished without a trace, right before his court appearance. Records show he appeared out of thin air in December 2002, and after his great escape, not a peep. So, dear viewers, what's the verdict? Time traveler? Master con artist? Or just a guy who watched Back to the Future one too many times? Let's hear those wild theories. And if you had a time machine, where, or when, would your first stop be? Drop those comments, and let the timey-wimey debates begin. Number 8. Watch inside a grave. Alright, folks, gather round for a story that'll make you question time itself. Imagine being in Guangxi, China, 2008. Archaeologists, with bated breath, pry open a tomb sealed shut for over 400 years. Expecting to find artifacts typical of the era, they're gobsmacked to discover, wait for it, a wristwatch. And not just any wristwatch. This baby was frozen in time at 10:06 and had the audacity to sport the word Swiss on its back. Now, the real kicker? The first wristwatch wasn't even a thing until the 1800s. So, what's the deal here? Did a time-traveling tourist forget to leave without their Rolex after a trip to ancient China? Or perhaps, just maybe, someone's having a laugh with an intricately crafted hoax? What's your take on this mind-bending riddle from the past? Drop your theories below and let's unravel this mystery together. And if you were to time travel, which era would you accidentally leave your modern gadgets in? Well, that's the end of the episode. Thank you so much for watching and traveling into the future with us. If you're enjoying our content, hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you're new, or leave us a comment down below. We love reading them all, and that's it for us. We'll see you all next time.